All right, guys. So this is from the ASL qualifiers. This is from Scan's group on day 1. This is Scan here, and this is Stork here. So Scan, for those of you who don't know, pro gamer, he's been in ASL before. For ASL 13, he did not end up making it, but he did get the finals of both days. So these are, I believe, the last 2 matches of day 1. So he's up against really strong players like Stork, right? So here's Stork. Obviously one of the best players ever. We're just going to take a look. Oh, Stork was 2nd day, sorry. Okay, Scan's in the chat, let me know. So Stork is day 2 that he played Stork. So nice scout. And those Marins out. Vulture expand. CC into bunker after depot. Great stuff. Very clean. Getting mines. Very good. Stork going into Robo. Okay. And quick obs. Good try. It's unfortunate that he didn't get mines up here. Slow that down a little bit more, but wouldn't have slowed it down that much. Alright, so it looks like here we have armory, yeah. Okay, yeah, Skin always puts this armory here. Okay, so it's like Vulture expansion into quick armory, eBay. Very popular build right now for Terran. Stork taking a pretty quick 3rd base off of 2-gate Observer. Got the 3 turrets to just kind of cover everything a bit. Going into Comstat, I like it. Only down 1 SCV right now. Wow, and even going to finish the Comstats and only down 3. Very nice. So Stork missing some probes there, it looks like. Into 6-gate. Oh, he's going to go carrier. Okay, that makes more sense. So it looks here like Stork is going into carrier after 3 base. So he got his 3 bases up pretty quickly. He has a probe here. I wonder if he's thinking about taking that 4th base. But he's going 6 gateway. It looks like he's making a few zealots, but I believe those are just for a shuttle. Because we don't have a citadel, right? Normally you get your citadel like after the carriers. It's like an important upgrade after carriers come up. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be quick carriers here. And that's actually pretty decent against Scan's build, I think. But Scan got the Comstats pretty quickly, so let's see, he did just scan a moment ago. So the scan was right here, you can see. These were the 2 scans because they're perfect circles, right? Or no, maybe it was just this one. Anyways, he wouldn't have seen it yet. So 3rd CC with a good time. And Goliath's already being made. Okay, so he is being very careful here. Can snipe that shuttle if it comes in. Plenty of factories being added. Nice defensive position here. That's interesting. Yeah, like, I mean, I guess he scanned and saw the amount of gateways. But that was like a very defensive stance that he took. And then Stork attacked right into it. So that's actually very nice for Scan, I think. So down goes the shuttle, down goes several goons. And up to 6 factory now. Oh, wow. 3rd gas. I love it. And Stork actually going up to 4 bases. Damn. This guy's just getting everything. 5 bases. What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, my God. It's like he's going carriers off of just some dragoons and going 5 base immediately. That is so fast. I think Scan... It looks to me like Scan should have, like, a timing coming up. Because, like, Stork... I think Stork is actually doing too much at once here. Right? Like, he did the attack in. Now, if he was only on gateway units and he loses those units, I don't think it's impactful for the game very much. But he lost a bunch of units attacking in. And then he's going 2 more bases and carriers at the same time. And carriers are really the only transitionary period that Protoss has. Like, when you're first making... Look at how much money he spent on carriers, right? So, +1 air, 2 Stargates, Fleet Beacon, 2 carriers, right? So, he spent all of that. So far, it's netted him 0. It adds 0 strength to his army. So, that's like a lot of money he's putting into those. And then, I mean, third base is up and mining, but it's very new. You can see he's mined like 100 minerals from each patch. And this is brand new. So there's all these things that he's bought that aren't adding to his power right now, but will add to his power in a few minutes. So Scan's setting this up. Definitely an attack has to come. He's going up to 8 factories very, very quickly. Great upgrades going. And yeah, look, so right now we have the same supply, okay? But Stork's supply, like, it's these goons, and he does have some speed lots out. He has no forms of splash damage or anything. And then some of the supply is in this. So the carriers are actually not that useful yet, right? You really, like, at 4 carriers, they start to get strong. At 6, they get really, really strong. Yeah, that is a fearsome Terran army coming up the map right now. So 4 carriers are out. They're not full of interceptors quite yet. 2-1 is about to finish. Yep, 2-1 finishes. Wait. Yeah, actually, it already finished. Never mind. Already has 3-2 on the way. Very quick. Very nice. So right here, this is looking very, very good for Scan. Because if you can force the entire Protoss army to engage you in one location, it's really good. And especially in this situation, before Psystorm, right? Like, basically, when you go to carriers very quickly, you're going goons into carriers, and then you're kind of backtracking and filling in. As your carrier count starts to grow, you get Zealot legs, and then you get Psystorm. That's like the last piece of the puzzle. But you can clump your units more closely before Psystorm, which gives you higher damage output against this. And without this splash damage, like, this Protoss army just doesn't have much of a chance. Now, look, he's mining up over here. This is going to stop any flanks coming in. And then this is the only other area that Stork has for movement right now. We can look on the map, and there's nothing Stork out here. So Stork has a lot of bases. He has a lot of tech coming. Like, he does have Psystorm coming. He has +2 air attacks coming. Still making carriers. This is, like, the moment. Like, this is the moment for Scan. And if he can't do something here, if you can't do something here, you lose. Because Protoss will just run away with the game. So comes up the hill very strongly. Just can't engage that right now. It's got enough Goliaths to deal with those carriers. Look, it's 5 carriers without full interceptors quite yet. So, like, 12-2 Goliaths will be fine. That'll pretty much hold it back, and then you just rally up more. So this is Stork trying to get around and make something else happen, because he can't really engage this. Catch reinforcements is normally one of the first things they go for. That's why he's taking the middle. He's sweeping down. Maybe try a counterattack. But this army can't be stopped right now. It can only be whittled down. But if this army can, like, kill a lot, it's a good move. Okay, the DT's coming out very nice. It's such a common tactic from Protoss players. So, Stork did whittle this army down enough, right? Like, he brought out the DTs, got on top of the Goliaths, pushed everything back, and now Scan trying to get away, and that force that attacked into the 4th base location and tried to clear some of the Goliaths and everything and stopped reinforcements, suddenly this army's very small because it got whittled down a bit, and this army comes back to catch it. This is beautiful play from Stork. Like, I think he was a bit greedy, and you can see how much Scan punished, right? Like, he naturally killed the 4th base location. You know, obviously Stork still has 3 bases going, but that's much more doable. Actually, not a bad engage. Damn. Not a bad engage there. I thought he was going to be much less efficient, but he actually kills most of the army of Stork, so that's beautiful. The DTs are just such a common play to put with the carriers. So much stuff's going on. So many things are under attack. You miss them a lot. All right, he's run into a lot of mines here, having a hard time. Scan just massing up. A little bit of harassment. Not that many probes out, really. And the carrier count's getting pretty high, so it gets a bit scary. Some High Templars coming out. If Scan can kill this base, though, he knocks out a gas, which is so important. Because the High Templars, I feel like... the combo of High Templar and Carrier is really scary, because you need a ton of Goliaths to fight, and then you start storming them, and it's like, oh... very painful. Look at those. My God. Oh my God, 2 red ones. But Vulture's going for the counters. So nice. More command centers coming out. I like it. This is actually, when you're playing against carriers and you kind of are putting pressure on them, which you need to do against anyone who goes carriers quickly, expanding to like other bases that are far away is actually really good, because the Protoss is a little bit in death ball mode. It takes them a while to go anywhere, unlike in Gateway Army games where they just kind of run around the map as they want. So like against a Gateway Army, you never would expand here, but against Carrier, totally fine. And the thing is, if the carriers go over there, Scan can attack elsewhere, like you see, right? Just kind of running units around. So it looks like pretty bad for Stork at 20 probes. At this point, with 3/3 upgrades, I mean, you just kind of plow through all of this stuff. Thank you. Like, even though they're so cost efficient, I think it was... I think the thing that I was really impressed with Scan this game, the defensive stance here and then taking this as the third, it's like really good calls. It's definitely somewhere I can improve in my game. Like, if he had tried to push up here to take his third here, which is more common, this is a great third base against, like, big gateway armies. Although you can take this one sometimes. Like, you can set up this area very well defensively, but this oftentimes, like, allows you to go into a fourth very cleanly. And it, like, you have a high ground, so it's, like, easier to hold in a lot of ways. Yeah, to go in it against Carrier, really, really good. Yeah, and that's that, obviously. Very nice game. I think Stork made really good moves, too. But I do feel like that moment that I talked about, right, where he attacked in to the defensive stance and expanded everywhere and was going carriers. Maybe if he focuses a little bit harder on retaining army or producing more army, he can do a better job against the first push of Scan. Because when you're rushing into carriers, so much of the game is about that first push. Because Terran just has to like kind of have the tempo going in their favor. You can't let the carrier man dictate it. Nice game. Very well played. Alright, let's go into game number 2 against Stork. Alright, so Eclipse, game 2 of the ASL quals. Not a very long one. 10 minutes, alright. That's a fast one. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what type of Protoss Stork is going to be this game. Forward gate Protoss? Okay. Or Nexus first, possibly. Yeah, there's the forward gate into gas steel. Okay. Now let's see what Scan wants to do against this. Alright, sends the scout out. Directly across the map. Good Sim City. So the Marines started to be sent. Okay, this is interesting. Oh, this is... Yeah. Okay, so the SCV's scouting everything. He sees that it's gateway expansion. And his Marine, like, started to rally across before he got there, I think. And just in case it was, like, Nexus first, and you can put pressure on that way. But a Zealot is coming already. It looks like Scan is ready to just take the Nexus. Or the command center, rather. Look at this. Third Marine comes down, so that is just about enough. Like, 3 Marines beat a Zealot, but with the probe in there, it becomes a little bit more iffy. And there you go, 4 Marines. So that was, like, perfect timing. Look at that. He doesn't have to turtle at all. Damn, that was really good. This is like, this moment that I'm looking at right here, this is very much a knowledge-based thing that Scan did, right? Where he's like, okay, I'm going to have exactly enough to hold off the incoming Zealots. You know, based on gateway placement and the gas seal and everything. It's really impressive. Because his moves like this, like, I mean, I know a lot about Terran, but I wasn't aware of exactly, like, oh, you'll have exactly, like, 4 at your natural when the probe and first Zealot come. Because if you have that, it's just, that's it. You can expand. There's no problem. There's no problems here. So he got to expand before killing the gas and everything. Awesome. Awesome opener. Has to be feeling totally fine. Look at this. The Nexus is barely ahead of the command center. Barely ahead. Get depot here. I'm not... Ah... Look at that wall. Oh my god. So there's things that I don't think it would happen this game because of the way the game went, but sometimes you see Protosses run Zealots by the bunker. But that's tight. Just Marines can fit through. So it's like you can't really run anything by here. That's a cute wall right there. Factory. I mean, he should be throwing a couple factories down at least. His scout saw the timing of the core, so, like, zero fear of anything invisible or flying. Okay, the Robo goes down before range. Not uncommon. Stork scouting around a little bit here. Maybe looking for, you know, proxy starport-ish type ideas or factory type ideas. Yeah, 4-fact right away. Okay, that, like, he knows 3-gate, he knows the timing of the gates, he saw the Robo. Is this going to be... Oh, it's just straight Observer, okay. And he's not producing, right? That was... He skipped a lot here, okay? And he has... Stork has no real intel. He knows that the command center was very, very quick. And he knows that the SCV saw the timing of the core. Okay? The SCV scouted a lot. And he cut units to get a third Nexus up. I think I know why this game is only going to be 10 minutes. If you produce non-stop 3-gate Observer, I think you're probably going to be fine, right? So 5 tanks coming this way. And you always do have to attack down this path against quick thirds. If you try to go this way, the uphill kills you. Okay, so this is beautiful with all the, like, a very large amount of Marines. There's just not enough Dragoons here. There's just not enough. Oh, and he's chasing the goons, too. I like it. Oh, 3 tanks lived through all that. Wild. More tanks coming down. Stork almost broke that still. Like, that was very good micro from both players. It's, very nice. Wow. Very well executed from Scan. I think once again, and the story of the series for Stork was there was just a bit too much greed. You know, you're skipping all these units. He didn't even go into Reaver. Like, if they're trying to do a push like this and you went quick Reaver, you have some counterplay. If they're trying to do a quick push like this and you made nothing but units, okay, well now you actually have an army that might be able to fight. Scan says, look at the armory. Damn, he's got 2-1 on the way as well. It's beautifully optimized. Really nice. And so Scan beat Stork in the ASL qualifier.